Well, hi there, I'm Fenwa.
I'm Lobst.
I'm Demo Weasel.
And welcome back to 007 Bloodstone for the PlayStation 3.
We're at a refinery.
Yeah, we're coming right back in from the last video. I put a cut in there because I had to put it somewhere.
You take a look at there.
Everybody remembers this historic Bloodstone set piece.
Yeah.
That's right. What I appreciate is that because we're behind cover, we're actually invisible right now.
That nobody can see your leg.
Despite our leg just sticking, yeah.
Stick your leggy out real far.
Completely hidden.
Everyone's got a question mark over their head.
That's because they are searching, but they have not found it.
Oh.
Their vision is based on movement.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did you find out what the inspiration was for the Bloodstone story? I'm just curious.
I did not.
Okay.
I've not looked that up
They
yet.
ate a real good blood orange once, and they're like, hey, wouldn't it be great if this were a rock?
It's actually
Well,
not
as
bad.
far as I can tell, even having played through the game, I don't understand why the game is called Bloodstone.
Oh, is there not a bloodstone?
There is not a Bloodstone.
What?
As far as I remember, I will double check as we go through the game, but I do not recall there being any bloodstones.
Okay.
In fact, a bloodstone is not a real thing. A blood diamond is a real thing, but there's none of those either.
A diamond is a stone.
I love how these enemies snap into place.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Now you just got me thinking, like, how misleading are all of the all the James Bond titles? Like, GoldenEye has a GoldenEye, doesn't it?
GoldenEye has a weapon that is called the GoldenEye weapon.
Okay, and Quantum of Solace has the Quantum of
Tomorrow
Solace.
Never Knows is about a newspaper that prints tomorrow's headlines. Die Another Day is about
Dying Another Day?
someone who can't die,
Uh,
or like dies and then comes back from the dead.
And what about Moonraker? Does that involve raking on the moon?
It involves going into space.
That's not raking on the moon.
I think the Moonraker is the name of a weapon or possibly a rocket ship in the movie.
Your safety's off. I'm going to meet with the other squads. Yes, sir.
So what you're saying is that this is the misleading one.
This Inspector, I guess.
I thought Spectre was the name of, like, anti-spy land. Like,
Spectre would be the easiest
No,
one.
Spectre is the thing that Shepard's the first one of... What?
Spectre would be, in my mind, the easiest one to just, like, put the title in as the subject. Just by, like, naming some agent Spectre or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, this is Agent Spectre. He's 008.
Phil Spectre.
The first human Spectre.
Yes. What about, what do you call it? GoldenEye Rogue Agent.
I think you mean Rogue Agent GoldenEye?
007, this control room coordinates the refinery's core systems. Access the central control panel, and I'll run a diagnostic.
Oh, really? Is that what the title is?
That's what it was. That's what the game is. It's like, I think it was supposed to be the first in a series of games called Rogue Agent, and this one is about a man with a golden eyeball.
Catastrophic chain reaction. Find the override valves, 007. You need to destroy those bioweapons.
Well, I mean...
Notice how there was never a second Rogue Agent game.
There was Rogue Trooper.
That is...
There's a board game called Rogue Agent.
Is it a roguelike?
It's rogue-ish.
Anyway, so from that last cutscene, we're basically told we have to either go to the hot zone or the cold zone first. It doesn't actually matter which one we do, because we just have to go from one to the other, so I just arbitrarily decided to do the coolant first, and I think I made the same decision in all 4 of the playthroughs before this one as well.
Where's Hot Coldman when you need him?
Do you have a shape memory keycard?
That's right.
I don't know. I suppose as long as it takes for them to find the intruder.
It shouldn't be too long.
That's a coolant container.
Blow it up.
Yes, with that highly combustible coolant.
That's for
I'm
sure.
not saying that in playthroughs 1 through 4 I used one of those coolant crates as cover. I'm just saying there's a reason why I'm not doing it here in playthrough 5.
Oh, I see.
This is also one of those rooms where one of the enemies is facing the mission start area, so there's no way to go through this quietly. Which means it's on.
So they will actually shoot the coolant barrels, or crates.
I think they shot me, but the coolant crate was in their direct path.
Oh,
I
okay.
was not expecting that coolant to actually explode.
Oh, I shoot the coolant exclusively.
It's highly pressurized.
Also, in all 5 of my playthroughs, including this one, you notice that we're on alert right now, but there's no alert music playing. And that continues for this entire section.
It's a very grim, stoic section of Bloodstone.
Yeah, so enjoy the sounds of silence, I guess.
Bond, you're heading towards the Coolant system. Taking it down will cripple the refinery.
Your blood will be as cold as stone in the coolant section.
It's weird since, like, you would expect a Bloodstone to be the MacGuffin in a James Bond work of media.
Yes.
Right.
Like, this is like a highly radioactive version of uranium or whatever.
Or like
this.
A kidney stone that somebody has.
Sure. Yes, make a spy novel about this.
Or just a diamond, but like a really expensive diamond.
Because, it could be about James Bond hiding in cover, and then he goes, "Oh," and it blows his cover, and then everyone has to come and get him because he's in pain from the kidney stone that he has.
Maybe it just refers to acclaimed singer/actress Joss Stone.
Maybe. The only reason I bring that up is because the other day, Pence and I saw a video on YouTube that somebody made of the 90s Spider-Man animated series that is just Spider-Man transforming into that, like, six-armed man-spider thing.
Yeah, I remember when he turns into a Spider-Man, basically.
Yes, but for the longest time in this episode, in these clips, it's just Peter Parker going around as Spider-Man, and his speech is just occasionally, or constantly rather, interrupted by him going like, "Oh, the pain!" So it's like 5 minutes of this going on with Peter Parker just rendered immobile by this horrible pain he's having, and it's just a Spider-Man with chronic pain.
That's amazing.
So why can't James Bond have a kidney stone?
I see. So we activated the coolant thing, and now we have to escape. And the music is back, which means we no longer have to fill all this dead air talking about kidney stones.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, this is another section where as soon as you step outside, all of the poison will be out of your body.
Yep. The smartphone indicator is indicating to me that there's intel here, but there is no time. I have actually run out of time during the section before. You do just have to keep running, basically. Take advantage of focus aim and auto assist and just get through there.
Bond, you need to get out of that warehouse.
Do you get a unique death animation?
The poison meter is dictated by James Bond's Fitbit.
It's okay that we made it out.
Okay.
And now we're fine again.
I like his just nothing expression on his face.
That's
Yes.
it, Bond. Well done. Now head to the exhaust override and disable the heat dispersal systems.
I like how he didn't even roll out of a second-story jump. He just stopped.
He doesn't need to. He's the biggest badass there is.
James Bond.
Control room? Been there, done that.
Yeah, we literally just went there and did that. Now we have to go take care of the heat section. The cold hotman.
Run!
Okay.
You know, Anthrax. A hybrid Anthrax.
I like that you can scan these CRTs from a distance and just happen to get stuff like this.
Isn't hybrid Anthrax what they called the collaboration with Run DMC? No, Public Enemy. I'm sorry. I ruined it.
I'm so sorry.
The schematics show this route leads to the exhaust override. Lock the valve and cripple the refinery's heat extraction network.
I played Tony Hawk 2 more than enough to know better. I'm banned from this channel.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'll go and just walk into a lake with my pockets filled of rocks. With bloodstones.
Okay. Then you'll be the Bloodstone.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. You'll be dead soon.
Are these guys talking about eventually leaving this life to start a family?
No, they're talking about you.
Oh.
That's right, they're talking about how they can't find you and they need to.
They can't find you. That means that you're extra dead.
So there's no crouch button, but there is a walk slowly towards people. Stealthily.
Walk slowly towards people and just goose him. Oh, there you go.
The free fall achievement here is for throwing 5 people off of balconies.
Why did he have to climb over that box?
There could be landmines.
These people have no peripheral vision.
Welcome to stealth games.
Oh, yeah. Actually, they have pretty good peripheral vision in Alien Isolation. Maybe too good.
My favorite, though, is when you toss someone off of a balcony and the people directly under them that they were just talking to don't mind or care.
It's too bad you can't see the guy falling and hitting the big pipes or whatever like you can in Titanic.
Oh, God.
Perimeter squad, please report. Perimeter squad, checking.
I wonder if this game has physics on the bodies.
I think this game just does the same thing that every game does, where it's like an animation that leads to a ragdoll.
All squad.
Investigating threat.
Well,
I can't see anything.
And again, there's no music during this entire sequence, so we get to think about our actions.
Sure. We get to think about James Bond and what a
I love the snow that doesn't react to light.
true. It's a particle effect.
Or the ground, it just kind of clips through it. We overrode the heat exhaust.
One valve did that?
Yeah.
The central control panel. It'll launch the chain reactor into the meltdown.
This seems like a poor planning in terms of what makes all this stuff work.
I mean, one valve blew up the coolant tank in the other room.
And one valve made 3 games. Oh no! Oh, I thought that was his leg.
He was just trying to escape. He wanted no part of this, and now he's dead.
Please, Frankie, he had a family.
I know, I thought that part of the wall was his leg though. More games should have the thing where if a guy explodes with something at his feet, it just leaves his shoes there steaming.
That sounds like some Rise of the Triad stuff.
Maybe you're thinking of the Get Smart video game, Frankie.
Oh, does that exist?
No,
I
sadly.
should.
I love how he just like stands there and waits for it.
Yeah. He's given up. He sees James Bond running towards him. He's like, well, I knew this day would come.
Like, oh, if I don't raise my gun, maybe I won't get shot and I'll get workers' comp.
Well, he didn't kill you.
Yeah. Toss your gun down and just fall over.
We just need all of the enemy parks in this game replaced by Hank Scorpio. Stop him. He's supposed to die.
James, where are you? What's taking so long?
Meet me outside with the car running as quickly as possible.
I'm on my way.
Hey, that guy started shooting before he even had his gun pointed at you.
He was, those are warning shots.
Well, warning for what?
That he's about to shoot you.
Okay.
Alert! Alert! Subsystems are critical!
Listen, it's important before a baddie starts shooting at you that he very loudly yells, "There he is, get him."
Jesus, how are you surviving this?
It was nice of the explosions to wait until you enter a room.
Yes, just in time.
And now we just have to wait here for the next part of the level to load.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
But I'm pretty sure all of that shrapnel from those explosions would have, like, just rendered you dead.
It's okay. Heat radiation doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
So we picked up intel on the M3T shotgun, but instead we're going to be using the DSR-1 because this is not a section where you want to have a shotgun. I don't even know why they put one there.
Nicole, where are you?
I'm on my way.
I can't wait till we get to the levels that have lava and James Bond can just walk around like nothing.
I'm trying to remember if there's a lava pit in this game or not. Oh gosh, maybe.
Plausible. Actually, maybe not for Daniel Craig Bond. Everybody else, though, it's on the table.
So this is one of those sequences where we have to kill a bunch of guards and then more guards show up and we have to keep killing them. I'm honestly not sure whether like the progression in this level is based on time or body count, but I do know that every time Nicole radios you, more guards show up, so
Oh, great.
that kind of ends up being a cue for when to start looking around again.
I'm still in the building. It's madness in here.
I appreciate this shooting gallery the game has thrown you in. It's like Mad Dog McCree, except you can snap to every single target.
That's right. You can use your focus aims, in fact, because enemies will come to you sometimes and help you recharge them.
Wow.
On an earlier run, I actually made the mistake of diving out to where the bad guys are and then getting surrounded and promptly dying. Which you also never have to do because there is enough ammo in this area to keep you going through it, especially since guards will come to you. So I'm pretty sure what we're doing now is the intended way to go through this section. Just ignore all that waist-high cover and do it all from here.
You're pinned down. This is a very narratively tense moment.
Listen, given the opportunity to put 5 bullets in a person or 10 bullets in the exploding barrel next to him, I will choose the barrel every time.
Thankfully, they're just scattered all around here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You never know when you're going to need some highly unstable fuel.
Exploding barrel. That's right.
Jet fuel can't melt steel bonds.
These barrels don't actually have any way to get the liquid out of them. They are actually manufactured specifically for exploding.
They're just completely sealed.
You just jam the canister in the back of the vehicle, and then you put a bullet into it, and the explosive force causes it to go forward.
That's right.
And that's how you get from place to place.
You just take all the exploding barrels and you write cover on them.
This is the lateral sequel to Just Cause 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nearly there, James. Hold on.
Where are all these people coming from?
At this point, they were all still filing out one by one.
Mm-hmm.
But only in groups of 5. And each one of them is thinking, yes, I will be the one.
To get the
I'll
paycheck.
take down this intruder.
I think on 2 or 3 separate occasions I aim at that body that's to the left thinking it's a person.
I mean, I don't...
So there's your ragdoll physics.
I can't imagine why. It is just standing there looking like it is still alive.
Yeah.
Did she come in a car?
Yes, she did. And I'm just going to keep tapping the sprint button every time I run out of sprint. We're going to just get through there. Get.
Is the speedrunning technique.
Hey, where's this gun?
I'll drive.
The player is controlling me. I have to be the one to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the driver's side on the left?
Because they're not in England.
Yeah, that's right.
They just have English accents.
I think so.
What happened to Pomeroy?
He ran off. I saw him get on the train that delivers the chemicals to the port. His men were loading them on.
Which way?
Over there.
We've got to stop him before he gets those bioweapons out of the country. Hang on!
Are you mad?
Like I said, this isn't all fun and games.
Look, he's trying to get away.
Fasten your seatbelt, we've got a train to catch.
And now we have an escape sequence that's also a chase sequence.
Oh, hey, this is Macbeth from Star Fox 64.
Mm-hmm. You might recognize Nicole's car here as a 2008 Aston Martin DBS.
Of course.
From Quantum of Solace with the license plate 72GH3LD.
Oh, well, how could I forget? This is the car I always played in 007 racing.
Mm-hmm.
After the Wheelman, I can't help but read Guitar Hero 3 in this.
Yes.
In this license plate.
Just expecting it to be an Easter egg of some sort.
Yes. Yeah, you're trying to...
Yeah.
It's what Pence and I do all the time. We see license plates and make things out of it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
This is also one of those chase sequences where there's a lot of destruction happening just as the vehicle that you're chasing is going through, so you kind of have to keep up with it just to get the visual cues telling you where to go by what isn't blowing up.
James, what are you doing?
Christ, how big is this complex? Whoa.
God.
Are you like on a frozen lake?
Mm-hmm. I end up looking at the minimap a lot during the segment because I had a little bit of trouble actually seeing what was land and what was just water.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into the water, that's it. In fact, you see the camera pull away there just because one of my wheels tapped it a little bit. Just sort of like it was preemptively getting into the game over camera.
This is the tensest part of this game.
Yeah.
But doesn't James Bond have like a car that can swim?
He does, but this is not it. Also, I don't know if Daniel Craig Bond had like fancy car gadgets. I think that was more of a Pierce Brosnan / Vin Diesel thing.
Look, man, every time you do a slow-mo jump, it diminishes the the impact of the previous one.
That's right.
Watch out!
Get your head down.
Oh, now we're in Half-Life 2 again.
I end up driving kind of sloppy here because in all of my earlier playthroughs, I whiffed it and went into the water at least once during the segment, usually during that left turn there. Despite my best efforts, I actually made it through on the first time this time around.
Do any of the cars you drive have guns?
What other cars?
Oh.
Amazing how there's just this infrastructure here.
Yes. How lucky that there is this escape route.
It's a dead end.
Not necessarily.
And now we park the car the way we always do, by crashing into something.
Ah, perfection.
Yeah.
Nicole? Nicole? Are you alright?
I think I broke my wrist.
Yeah, let me see.
No airbags. No airbags necessary.
No. Are you okay, James? And his head is sort of embedded inside of the steering wheel.
I like how the train is still moving toward its destination with this car on it.
Nobody realized.
Like they either didn't notice or they don't care.
I'm just going to assume that a train is surrounding them.
Yes.
That's right. The train itself.
Well, no, just like you don't actually see the scenery. You don't see what's around the car in the scene. It's so weird. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, no, they green screened the car in post.
They couldn't have the actors acting in the car in the train.
Yeah.
Start the engines and get us out of here! Now!
They were all close-up shots, so they couldn't just use their doubles.
Oh, it's the blood diamond.
Yes.
I mean, the bloodstone. That's what the plane is called.
Yes, that's right.
Oh wait, the bloodstone is that mole on his face.
Agent Bloodstone.
Agent Squinty face.
There, the hovercraft. When we get on board, you think you can pilot it?
Yes. But you've got to be careful, James. If you punch one of those
He just jumps into the
bullet,
water.
the bioweapons
Wait,
will
James,
escape.
no, you'll freeze to death. Ah.
I'll keep that
It is kind of ridiculous to
All
just
right.
expect somebody to have or to be able to pilot a hovercraft, just out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like driving a bicycle.
It's just like piloting a motorcycle.
All right, I'm stopping this recording.